Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're back with the second part of this series of videos that I'm doing on Jewish populations. In the first video, we did like a top 10 of the countries with the largest Jewish populations. Now we're going to do a top 10 of the cities with the largest Jewish populations. Now, the interesting thing that we have for this video is that not only I have the top 10 cities with the largest Jewish populations from 2025, I also have the stats from 2009 from an old atlas that I have. It's a great atlas that it came out from Le Monde, and it's dedicated to the world's religions in general. So, like, the second chapter is dedicated to Judaism. Now, at least for me, it is super interesting to see any changes that we've had, if any city has gone up or down the ranking. Now, just for fun, I did add one more extra city to the ranking because at number 11, we have Buenos Aires, which is the largest city within my home country, Argentina. Now, I'm very interested to see how they tallied the numbers for the Jewish population in Buenos Aires, because you have Capital Federal and then you have the greater Buenos Aires, and like it has a very large metropolitan area. Now, Buenos Aires has a Jewish population that hovers around 220,000 to 240,000. And now it's really interesting to see that in the atlas that I have from Le Monde, at number 11, we have Boston. And in 2025, Boston has not made the ranking at all. Now, at number 10, we have the city of Chicago, which has a Jewish population that hovers around 244,000 to 280,000. The cool thing here is that it's in the same place as in the previous ranking in number 10. I do have to mention that I pulled all this information from Wikipedia. I know it's not super professional, but I did double check and contrast it with other demographic sites. At number 9, we have Washington, D.C., which has a Jewish population that hovers around 290 to 297,000. Now, in the ranking from Le Monde, the interesting thing here is that Washington was not on the list. And in this spot, we had Philadelphia, a city that has climbed up this list. So let's go to number 8, where we have Paris, which is at the same place as in the previous ranking, and their Jewish population, sorry, I had to double check there because I always forget, which is at the same place as their previous ranking. And in Paris, you have a Jewish population of 337,000 people. Sorry, I struggled there a little bit, but at number 7, we have Philadelphia. And so we've had like a growth in the Jewish population there. It would be super interesting to see why there's any growth there, or maybe it's a mistake. Who knows? Because it's a pretty big jump. Because in the original ranking with Philadelphia, you had 280,000 Jewish people in the city of Philadelphia, while in 2025 you have 419,000 people that are Jewish. At least for me, that is a pretty big jump. I'm not sure if they're taking into account like a greater metropolitan area or not. So maybe I should put a pin in that. Like in the previous video, I found super interesting that Australia has a large Jewish population. And in this case, it would be super interesting to see and reconfirm this large population jump, or if it's just a mistake, or what's the deal here. So that aside, let's go to number 6, where we have Miami, Florida, which is in the same place as in the previous ranking. And the Jewish population in Miami is around 530,000 people. So let's go to number 5, where we have Los Angeles. Now, this one's pretty interesting because it has gone down compared to the previous ranking from Le Monde. It was ranked originally in the 3rd place, and it had about 668,000 Jewish people. While in this latest ranking, we have a population that hovers around 622,000 Jewish people. Also, in number 5, originally you had Jerusalem, which is going to be higher up on this ranking. Now, at number 4, we have Haifa. So here we have one of the first Israeli cities. In this ranking, you're going to have 3 Israeli cities and 7 cities from the U.S. One outlier, which would be Paris, France, and we added Buenos Aires there too. In this ranking, it is in the same spot as the original one from Le Monde. The Jewish population there is about 710,000 people. So let's go to number 3, where we have Jerusalem, which has dethroned LA. with a Jewish population of 992,000 people. Then at number 2, we have New York City with a Jewish population of 2,109,000 Jewish people. It is in the same spot in the previous ranking. And in number 1, we have Tel Aviv with a Jewish population of 3,891,000 people. And that's a pretty big jump compared to the previous ranking, which it's in the same spot, but previously it was 2,580,000 people. And it's super interesting to see, at least for me, the demographic dynamics of Jewish populations, how they move around. And in my next video in this series, let's see if we can dive into the demographic makeup of Israel itself. Because within Israel, there are many subgroups within the Jewish population, and not everyone there is Jewish too. That's another big thing. There is a very large immigrant community, and there are also Arabs and Christians that live within Israel itself, and they make like an important part of its population. Also, I think it's super interesting to see if there has been any changes within the population of Israel due to the conflict with Gaza. And I don't want to overextend myself in this particular video, so we're going to leave things here. I hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.